She brought her trainer into my bed. So I locked her out and ruined them both in one post. I was staring at the high-resolution image of a strange man wearing a $450 Italian silk robe, my thumb hovering over the EXIF data extraction script on my terminal. My fiancée of 3 years had posted the photo to our shared Prime account as a verified purchase review, completely unaware that she had just handed a senior mobile architect the exact GPS coordinates of her infidelity. I make my living writing code that doesn't break. As a senior mobile architect, my entire professional existence revolves around efficiency, flawless execution, and identifying fatal errors before they can crash a system. I view the world through the lens of logic, algorithms, and predictable variables. For 3 years, I believe my fiancée, Sloane, was the most stable variable in my life. She was a marketing director, sharp, ambitious, and seemingly completely devoted to our future. We shared everything. We shared a bank account, we shared a Google Calendar, and, crucially, we shared a Prime household account to streamline our expenses for the $40,000 wedding we were planning for next spring. I trusted her implicitly. I trusted her enough to give her admin access to my life. It was a Wednesday night, just past 1 a.m. The house was dead quiet, save for the rhythmic, mechanical hum of the server rack in the corner of my home studio. The blue light from my 3 massive monitors painted the dark walls of the room as I finalized a massive codebase refactor for a fintech client. Exhausted, I decided to take a 5-minute break to check on the shipping status of a $1,200 8K monitor I had ordered earlier that week. I wanted to see if it had cleared the local distribution center. I opened a new browser tab, navigated to our shared account, and dragged my mouse toward the Returns and Orders button in the top right corner. My hand slipped on the ergonomic mouse pad. The cursor drifted just a fraction of an inch to the left. Instead of clicking the order history, I clicked on Profile and Reviews. The page loaded instantly. I was about to hit the back button when my eyes caught the top entry. It was a glowing, 5-star review posted exactly 3 days ago. The item was a $450 premium Italian silk lingerie and men's robe set. A cold, heavy sensation began to pool in the pit of my stomach. I don't own a silk robe. I sleep in faded tech conference t-shirts and flannel pants. I leaned closer to the monitor, the harsh blue light reflecting off the lenses of my glasses as I read the text Sloane had typed under our shared family name. Purchased as a surprise for my boyfriend. He absolutely loved the fit and the feel. Highly recommend for a romantic getaway. I felt the heat rising in my neck and my vision went blurry with rage. My lungs tightened, suddenly unable to pull enough oxygen from the air-conditioned room. The metallic taste of adrenaline flooded the back of my throat as the words burned themselves into my retinas. Surprise for my boyfriend. I was her fiancé. We hadn't been on a romantic getaway in over 6 months, not since we went to a cabin in Vermont last October. Below the text was a thumbnail image. A verified purchase, customer photo. My fingers were trembling so violently I could barely double-click the image to expand it. The photo was a meticulously framed, faceless shot. It showed a man's heavily tattooed, muscular torso draped in the dark, shimmering black silk of the $450 robe. The man was standing in a dimly lit room, his hands resting casually on his hips, leaning back against a polished oak dresser. I didn't recognize the man's chest. I didn't recognize the tattoos. But as my eyes tracked away from the stranger and focused on the blurred background of the photograph, the icy dread in my stomach crystallized into absolute, blinding clarity. I recognized the grain of the oak wood on that dresser. I recognized the specific angle of the baseboards. The developer instinct in me hijacked my paralyzing panic and replaced it with cold, calculating forensic precision. I right-clicked the image and downloaded the original, uncompressed high-resolution file directly from the content delivery network. I opened my terminal window. The black screen with crisp green text was the only environment where I felt entirely in control. I typed the command EXIF tool image.jpg and slammed the enter key. Sloane thought a glowing 5-star review was just a harmless, anonymous way to brag about her secret weekend. She had no idea she had just handed a senior software architect the exact digital thread needed to unravel her entire double life, her betrayal, and a brutal, automated eviction protocol that will lock her out of her own life before she even realizes she's been caught. Kindly follow on-screen instructions for full video.